Hello and welcome to this instructional video for the Soutter Medical traumadrive power tool system. This power tool system is highly versatile and can cover a diverse range of trauma and orthopaedic procedures of the upper and lower limb. Such procedures could be ORIFs, nailings, dynamic hip screws, hemiarthroplasties and joint replacements. However, this tool shouldn't be used for total hip and total knee replacements. The traumadrive MBU 470 handpiece is dual trigger. The bottom trigger here will run the tool in a forward motion, whereas the top trigger will run the tool in a reverse motion. Now if I draw your attention to the small silver button in between the two triggers, this is the mode selector. In its current state, in a central position, this is safe mode. Here I cannot depress either trigger. This is vital for operator safety. Now if I show you the side of the tool, where you can see the drill symbol, if I push the mode selector across on this side, the tool will run at 100% drill speed. If I press both triggers, while the mode selector's on this side, I can make the tool oscillate. If I show you the flip side of the tool, you will see a small screw symbol. And if I push the mode selector across on this side, I will get a screwing function. This is great for putting screws in on power. If I then press both triggers on this mode, I get a tapping function, which is 2 turns in the forward motion and 1 turn in a reverse motion. This is ideal for putting screws into brittle bone. The traumadrive handpiece does not contain a drill ream gearbox. Instead, the gearing, which determines the speed and torque, is built into the attachments. Here you have a drill speed attachment, and here you have a reaming attachment. All attachments connect in the same way, with a quick coupling push and click. Once in place, place the tool into drill speed mode and run the tool. Once finished with your attachment, you can place the tool back into safe mode, and you can remove the attachment by simply twisting this collar and sliding the attachment out. I'm now going to show you how to connect some common consumables to your traumadrive handpiece. Firstly, we're going to look at drill bits and start with the Jacob's chuck attachment. Firstly, place this into your tool, then take a chuck key, such as this one, and place it into one of the 3 holes on the top of the attachment. Turn anti-clockwise to open up the jaws. Once the jaws are open, take a straight shank drill bit, such as this one, characterised by its cylindrical end, and slide it into the jaws like so. Once in place, take your chuck key once again and turn clockwise to lock. Once locked in place, take the tool off safe mode by pushing the mode selector across to the drill speed side, and then depress the trigger to run the tool. Once finished with the drill, place the tool back into safe mode, and you can release the drill bit using the chuck key and turning anti-clockwise. Once released, you can slide the drill bit straight out. The attachment is removed as before. Now let's look at an AO quick release attachment. Slide it into the tool, and this time take your AO quick release drill bit. This is characterised by its half cylindrical shape with a notch cut out of the end here. To place this onto the tool, simply pull back on the collar of the attachment and find the correct orientation for it to slide fully in. Once in place, release the collar to lock. Once locked, take the tool off safe mode and run the drill by depressing the trigger. Once finished, go back into safe mode, pull back on the collar at the end of the attachment and slide the drill bit straight out. Let's now take a look at how to insert a K-wire into your traumadrive handpiece. Firstly, you need to take an appropriate wire driver, such as this WU471 fully adjustable, and slide it into place with the lever pointing downwards. Once in place, you can adjust the size of wire you want to use between 0.7 and 4 mm by pushing in the nose of the tool and dialing in to the correct number. Once you've found the correct number, take a K-wire and slide it into the nose of the attachment through the cannulation. Once in place, take the tool off safe mode and then pull back on this lever to clamp the wire into position, and then run the tool by depressing the bottom trigger. Once finished with the wire, release the lever and the K-wire will slide freely out. I'm now going to show you how to attach an S88 sagittal saw blade to your traumadrive handpiece. It's worth mentioning that we do have a dedicated sagittal saw handpiece should you want it. However, for the purposes of this video, I will use the NU471 attachment. Firstly, slide this into the tool and then twist the lever on the bottom of the attachment to open the blade mount. Once the blade mount is open, take an S88 sagittal saw blade such as this one and place it into the mount. Simply twist the lever into the lock position to secure. Once secured, take the tool off safe mode and run the saw by depressing the trigger. Once finished with the saw blade, simply place the tool into safe mode, then twist the lever to the unlock position and remove the saw blade like so. It's worth mentioning that this sagittal saw head allows you to use XL blades such as this one, which means you could do a hemi-arthroplasty. If you're not planning on using XL saw blades on your traumadrive handpiece, you may want to opt for the NU470 over the NU471, as it runs over 5,000 cuts per minute faster. To load blades onto this one, simply pull down on the lever here and twist in a clockwise motion to unlock the blade mount. Once the blade mount is unlocked, place your S88 blade into the teeth and then lock by pulling down and turning anti-clockwise until the clamp closes fully. Once locked, take your tool off safe mode and depress the trigger to run. Once finished, place back into safe mode and remove the blade by doing the reverse. Our SU472 sagittal saw attachment is easy to use and makes loading S86 blades such as this one simple. You can do this by pressing the button on the bottom of the attachment and sliding the blade into the mount. Once in the mount, release the button to lock the blade into place. Another nice feature of this attachment is it can rotate from the collar here in 45-degree increments. Once in the desired position, press the safety switch across to the drill speed mode and run the tool by depressing either trigger. Once finished with the saw, remove the blade by first putting the tool into safe mode and then pressing the button on the bottom of the attachment and sliding the blade straight out. I'm now going to show you how to connect a reciprocating saw blade to your traumadrive handpiece using a CU470 reciprocating saw attachment. To do this, take a reciprocating saw blade such as this one and slide it into the nose of the attachment. Once in place, you can make finger tight by twisting anti-clockwise. Once finger tight, take your wrench and slide it over the blade and onto the tool. Then continue to turn anti-clockwise until the blade is secure. Once secure, take the wrench off, take the tool out of safe mode and run the saw by depressing the trigger. Once finished with the reciprocating saw, simply place the tool back into safe mode, get your wrench once again, slide it on and over the tool and turn clockwise to release the blade. Once the blade is released, you can simply slide it out. Let's now take a look at how to insert a burr into your traumadrive handpiece using a BU472 attachment. Firstly, I have made sure the attachment is in the unlock position characterised by the unlock symbol. I can then take my burr guard and slide it over the end of the attachment and lock it into place by turning anti-clockwise until I hear a click. Once in place, I can take a straight shank burr, such as this one, slide it into the nose of the tool, and finally click this collar here into the locked position. Once in the locked position, I can take the tool off safe mode and run the burr by depressing the trigger. Once finished with the burr, place the tool back into safe mode, twist this collar here back to the unlocked position, and slide the burr straight out.